We think about a new OTT experience, which would be cross-platform, that maybe doesn't require any choices in the beginning, like at least for the first few minutes, right? So because we set the agenda, we say with certain context, certain times of the day, for certain people, what is it that you would want to know right now, and we reduce the friction for the next hop. So the next hop might be, okay, I want to explore a show or a talent or a particular topic or something, but I want to get away from search and scrolling through playlists as discovery, and very much start with what's the news and how to make that specific to a context. In terms of the economic cost, we're also we are in a decoupled architecture, so we are API first. So we have all the back-end pieces. We still have a lot of work to do on the client side, and I'm not so afraid of addressing the platforms individually. I mean, it's half a dozen, so I think it's manageable. So much gets spent in terms of labor and attention on web, and so little on something like OTT. If anything, like my job is to shift the organization and refocus them on some of these growth areas away from being so centric for what everyone looks at work because they're in front of a browser.
Every platform has a slightly different approach to how the UX is presented, how navigation itself works, how search is exposed.
If the goal is to be everywhere.
If the goal is to be everywhere, and kind of from the strategic side, we I think have to take the approach of being everywhere just because there is no silver bullet for OTT. One platform isn't, I don't think, sufficient to really build an audience of note. So you really do have to kind of cast a wide net and try to be on all the platforms, even if it's collecting audiences kind of in smaller pieces. So with that, we also took the approach of kind of building a core API and delivery mechanism so that we can define an information architecture and a kind of core structure that we want to have for how we organize the content on Vimeo. And then build native app experiences that respect the actual platforms themselves as much as possible within those confines. So kind of, whether it's side nav or top nav or kind of those just general UX questions, we try to respect the platform wherever we can. But just the scale of effort kind of from the development side of having the right developers in place, having the right QA in place, having the right design in place is just a beast in its own right, but it definitely is one that I think is strategically important for building those audiences.
Yeah.